Already be live. Hello, guys. Let's see. I'm streaming. Okay, this is promising. All right, good. Just needed to make sure that I could hear it with the headphones. And I'm going to sort of put things over to, well, yeah, I'll leave my keyboard here in case anybody starts chatting. All right. Closing this door. All right. It has been a busy Saturday. This is my daily page. Just had a cousin come over and drop off some stuff with the baby. And yeah, I've just been doing all of this different kinds of unpacking things, and it's been crazy. But we're here because I have been in this traveler's notebook. This is my Chic Sparrow Outlander Wine Pocket Size Deluxe. I've been in here since the beginning of December, and it is now January 27th. Checking. Yeah, I'm ready to move into something new. And I've been sort of planning it a little bit over the last couple of days, getting ready for this. And just, yeah, so this is what I'm moving into. This just came from a buy-sell trade group on Facebook. I forget what it's called. I can find out. Let's see. It's I don't even remember. But I'm realizing I was just listing my time traveler for sale, and it actually did sell, so I have to mark those as sold. So I'm doing multiple things at once here, but this is going to be good. No one's watching it, I don't think. So that's fine. To say, oh, maybe there are people. I don't know if there's a way to see the chat and the how many people are looking at it at the same time. We'll figure it out. Oh, there we go. 5 viewers. Cool. Hello, everybody. Hi. I'm glad you could make it. All right. So this is a speckled fawns. It's in the field note size. I got this off a buy-sell trade group. This leather is called Nude, I think, and this leather is called Olive something. Let's see. It's called. I'm looking it up on my Facebook transactions here. Tumbleweed? Olive tumbleweed. So yeah, the Nude is like, I guess just like a basic kind of untanned leather. The tumbleweed has a bit of a sort of suede feel to it. It's really nice. And it's the front pocket. It's got this like natural cut. I never really thought I would be into like the speckled fawns design with everything being a bit more rugged, but I'm thinking I'm going to really enjoy this. I really love like this olive drab color. Nude here will be, you know, fun to see how it patinas over time. It's actually very soft and floppy. I don't know if you can kind of, from the top down view, kind of see how that looks. But it's like thinner and floppier than I expected, which is great because I like a traveler's notebook that molds well around your inserts. And this also has pockets on the inside. They're the same olive and they're cut straight. But I kind of like that, like with this one, the pocket gives structure all the way around. the front cover. On the back, it only gives structure around this side, and then this top corner always kind of ends up curling in. And it's like not as thick. I kind of like that here everything's a bit more symmetrical. I know that's just a silly thing. Sorry, my phone's making funny noises. So this is going to be what I'm in for now, and I have been meaning to and move out of some of these old things because I'm running out of room in here. I'm also, as you see, still set up for Christmas. So we're just gonna jump right in. I've got here like a little sticky note of like the inserts that I want to make and include. So let's see. I also previously, in like the last few days or so, have gone through and I put a sticky note on all of the pages that I wanted to be sure to transfer over to the new journal. And on that sticky note, it was just like one of these sticky notes. On that note, I wrote the name of the page, and then I went ahead and took those sticky notes, and I was like, okay, I want these ones in long-term and these ones in short-term collections. And then I actually put those in here. So this is going to be my long-term insert. And so it says like index, cleaning schedule. That goes on these 2 pages. So like I know how I want things set up. So that's all the prep I have done. Yeah. Let's keep pulling this stuff out. Some of these are going to stay where they are for, or not stay where they are. So they're going to stay with me. Like these pregnancy planning inserts obviously are coming with. Because that's like a project thing. And I will probably keep this dashboard with them and just replace the papers. So let's keep those all together because it's a good place to keep. This is my latest ultrasound picture. I'll need to change those papers out. And let's see, pull everything out. I'm going to keep this as my daily planning insert for now until it fills up. But obviously with different dashboards. And then, yeah, this is the long-term collection. So this insert has, for the last, since October, had an index, and then it's got like monthlies up through March, then a bit of a future log, and then long-term collections. I'm going to move, like the calendar part of that is going to be somewhere else. So let's see, kind of setting things aside so I don't lose them. These are all things that will probably just need to be put aside to work on later. I'm going to empty this out. All right, you beautiful thing. I will see you soon, sometime when I need you. It goes up on the shelf. Okay. Yeah, so for my monthlies, I've printed out the Annie Plans monthly calendars here. And I'm definitely going to set these up. I did not print out the cover. It would just look sort of like this. But it's pink, and I didn't really want a pink calendar insert and to be kind of stuck with that for the whole year. So I left this side blank, and that's just what it looks like. And yeah, I'll just make sure to have a, dashboard around it at all times. Let me see if I can cut like three sheets at once. Yeah, if you've never done these printables, they're pretty easy. I like that this paper cutter that I just got from, I'm trying to remember, I think it was from Joann's with a birthday gift card. It's got this little piece of wire in the middle, which allows you to line things up really well. See, there's these little cuts, or these little marker lines. And so I just line those up with the wire, and I just slice, slice, slice. There we go. This way. Three. No, 2. So, let's See, 4 viewers and no comments. That's fine. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Put me on in the background and like get something done or play a video game. That's what I would do if I were you. I'll come back to it later. That's also what I would do, is like miss it because I have a life, and then I've done that with the Cindy Gunter Waldo. I've mentioned her in one of my recent videos. She does these live plans with me. Plans with me. I don't know. Now I've gone and lost the order that these pages go in. And so those videos are like multiple hours long, and to have that on in the background, but I often don't get a chance to watch it the day of, and I'll just watch it like the next day or sometime that week. Let's see. But in any case, whatever you're watching has contributed to my minutes watched goal. Right. All right. So yeah, let me get these in the right order. There's December, and then there's like a page of like notes at the back, which I think will be my 2019 future log. Because if I actually do stay in the same size all year, I will need that. Then we've got these October, November, December, yes, and then July, August, September, October. All right, good. So the way I actually have done this is you just go ahead and fold it while it's like pre-cut. Everything's the same height now. Just go ahead and fold it nice and carefully, as evenly as you can. There we go. And then when we see it's opened in the right place, so it's folded correctly. And then I actually am just going to slice it all at once, sort of. It takes a few passes. But this should be 5.5 inches wide by 3.5 inches tall, which is 3.5 is right here. So I'm just going to kind of not like push too hard, but just kind of go, and it cuts a few at a time. So 3 or 4, like 4. I'm going to go ahead and just open these so it doesn't mess anything up. Oh boy, made it through quite a bit. Oh, okay, there we go. There's like a bit of a, that's my head, hello. A bit of like a groove where it cut before. And I will just cut through the next bit. Hopefully this won't get messed up too badly. This just saves time. I have in the past done this with like a cutting mat and a box cutter. That works too. You can see my August 2017 setup video if you want to see how I did that. It's the same idea, just with a blank paper. All right. You know what? I am not going to subject you guys to, oh, hey. Hello, Beth. That's my sister Beth in the comment box, guys. She's cool. Congrats on your job. She just got a job. All right. I'm not going to subject you guys to me punching the corners out of all of these, but I do have this corner rounder, and I will be going through and rounding all these corners, but I'm not going to do that today. I will do that another time. Okay. But let's see. I'm going to decorate. Should I take a stop and sort of decorate things? Let's do that. Because it's still January. It's not too late. And I'm going to actually move everything from my January calendar into here just for reference. Like, it's not important. I wouldn't have copied like a daily or anything, but let's see. good to have some reference of like, oh, that's what day that was. So all of these are my Hogwarts week numbers. And then these here are gestational week numbers. And let's see. I would fast forward if I could. Sorry about the head. There's no way it's not going to be popping up in here over and over again because sometimes I just need to see what I'm doing. So we just moved, if you didn't know that. And so that's why I'm putting trash day every week so that I don't forget. Because you have to get used to trash day being on a certain day. Of course, that first week there, it was delayed a day because of New Year's. And let's see. Yeah, whatever. Basically just copying everything. I don't actually have to do all of this on camera. I think, see, I do need to remember where there's things that like haven't been migrated yet. I had somewhere around here my sticky notes. I guess not. Okay. So these are all things that I put on my monthly to-do list and got to so few of them. So few of them. But yeah, I wanted to put a little bit of washi tape on here. Just like a touch. Like, you can go with this, right? The same color. This is from Simply Gilded. It's amazing. And does anyone else feel like their decoration style kind of goes in cycles? This torn washi thing, like the torn edges, was something that I was doing like, I don't know, I guess last spring and summer. And then I started doing things a lot more precise and like trimming the edges like this, like in October when I moved into the pocket size. But anyways, that looks kind of nice, right? And I can maybe put some skinny washi for things. Is there anything I need skinny washi for here? Didn't travel. Yeah. So the only thing about this insert that I'm not like wild about is that there's not really like space for a to-do list. Because like you see here, I have a little bit of a to-do list, just like I can go, yeah, see next month I need to change my oil. That's something that I put here like 6 months ago. And I wanted to make sure that it was, you know, a reminder when I got to that month. So I think I'm going to have to put those to-do items sort of here. So I don't want to cover any of that with washi art. And I don't really have anything that would make a good checkbox. Like these wouldn't, that's only room for 4 things if I use this stencil here. So, you know what? I'm just going to leave things for now. Transferring data is not fun for a live stream, but I do have a little bit of room here for just to do the same little bit of a decoration here. February, nice torn edge. This washi tape, where did I get this one from? Gosh, I don't remember. I really don't remember right now. Was this one from Simply Gilded too? I don't think so. Oh, if I think of it later. I do enjoy floral washi. It just gives a nice little bit of decoration without things being a little bit too extreme. All right. So let's transfer those monthly to-dos from February at least. I'm going to see. Well, this is Ash Wednesday, actually. So yeah, Catholics don't get a Valentine's Day this year. Okay, let's see. We have a thing. We have things. Is that there, maybe? Yeah, that'll do. It's not even at all. Oof, this paper doesn't like removing washi tape, does it? That's scary. All right, let's just cut it with scissors. All right, that'll do. We have a birthday party that we're going out of town for my mom. And then the next week, we have confirmation retreat. That's the thing. Skinny washi can be great, but it can also be very tricky. I got these 3mm washi tapes from a shop called Night Owl Washi on Etsy. Got a whole bunch of them for a pretty good price, if I recall, but that was a long time ago. But they're all foiled, which is fun. Make these straight cuts ahead of time. I actually don't know yet if we're staying Saturday night there, but I know we're staying overnight at the retreat. There we go. All right. Beautiful. I think I might do some things in colors, like out of town stuff. Maybe I'll put like B-Day, party, and retreat. If you see like on my monthly here, I started like circling things because it started getting so busy that I was sort of, I had to circle certain things on here so that I wouldn't forget about them. So I think those things I might just put in a different color this time, because why not? I have to get over my fear of not being able to erase something. And certain things, like, they're not going to change anyway. Let's see. So the pink will be for non-out-of-town thingies. So for example, Mom's actual birthday. And my podcast episode has to go out this day. And I kind of don't want to put too many things in colors, because then they won't stand out and it'll just be crazy. We'll see. This is also something exciting. Is the anatomy scan, and which is the big ultrasound, and hopefully we're going to find out if we're having a boy or a girl. All right, I'm going to set this aside for right now. And this goes in here so I don't lose it. Next up on my list, which I'm misplacing, long-term collections. Okay. So those are going to be in this one. I don't remember what these collections are called. Maybe it says on the inside. Nope. But yeah, the field notes, they come in these basic like craft ones, and then they come in these sort of special collections. So I'm just going to adjust the camera a bit. Hopefully that's a bit more centered. They come in these special collections that this one is like, I think cherry, maybe. It's like a wood laminate on top. And it's still cardboard on the inside, but I just thought that would be cool. It has brass staples instead of silver ones, but everything else is the same. So yeah, let's just decorate an index page a little bit for some fun. Let's see what I did here. It's just this. And forget what this says. Life is a something, or journey, enjoy the ride. That's fun. Let's throw that on there. Toss some of this on here. Of course, I can't fit the full. Oh no, I can. It's so hard to read this. All right, there. That ends with life is a journey, so that's good. This just says ride. I guess that's a full thought as well, if you need it to be. And what if I do some polka dots? What if I were to do some polka dots? This one is, I was going to say Daiso. I think this one was from Joann's, actually. It's like one of the very first washi tapes I bought. I swore when I first started bullet journaling that I wasn't going to be one of those people who got addicted to buying washi tape, but I mean, then it happened. Simplicity High. I think I mentioned, and I don't know if you caught this, but yeah, the skinny washi tape that I was showing, the one that I was using came from Night Owl Washi on Etsy. And I do have some others in here that just came from Michael's, I think. Let me take a look. Yeah, like these ones came from Michael's. They were a gift. So I'm pretty sure they came from Michael's because the packaging seemed right. Yeah, and the rest came, I think like all the rest that I have came from there. And then like these ones, the less skinny ones, this one's a Michael's one. They're kind of from wherever. Mostly Michael's, honestly, because it's easier to make an impulse purchase when you're already there for paper or whatever. All right, does that look good? I'll grab a. Which of this is not going to help? Oh no, I have scraps. Scraps of paper. Trying to see which of these two blue mild liners would match better with this washi tape. I kind of like the teal. Yes, let's just do some microns. And we're just going to do a basic cursive. There we go. And a little bit of a stripe. All right, there we go. Nothing to put on the index yet. But that's fine. It's not too bad. All right, next page, cleaning schedule. All right, so most of these things I'm going to be copying over from this one. So this is actually a, I actually really like this. I think I might basically copy it exactly as is almost. This is just a schedule that I put together, and this is a collection that I have not shown on my channel yet. But it's just sort of a collection of things that I need to do once a year, twice a year, every month, and every week. And so every week I'll look back, you know, at the beginning of every month, I'll add this stuff to like my monthly to-do list. Or then over here, there's like a column for a number. Like I already set it up for my biannual things. That like 1 means January. So we rotated the mattress when we moved in. So we'll do it again in July. And then February, plan is to wash the car and then do that again in August. You know, this is all subject to being tweaked, but for now, it's something that's a bit more established that I can go with. The one thing I hate about this spread is that I watched Kara Bohoberry's video that she posted on her channel from her lettering series. She did a video about bounce lettering, and I, like a fool, thought that I could just sort of wing it. And so I got a little bit too excited, and yeah, it does not look good. I don't think I did a very good job. So I think here, maybe I'll just do it with like a normal cursive, like this. And yeah, I think while I'm here, I'm also going to go ahead and number these pages. So even numbers on the left. So 2, 3, so this would be number 4. The stickler for that. Even though it still doesn't make sense for it to be called an index, I know. All right. And I looked it up. Annually has 2 L's. Then this is biannually. I tried to write it. Oh, I think I wrote monthly instead or something. That's why I covered it up with washi tape. But anyway, this is the plan. We'll do. There's 12 things here. There should be. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna stop what I'm doing really quick and post that I'm live on Instagram to see if anyone's interested. BuJo. All right. Great. Good. Hopefully some more people will show up for that. Let's see. So Let's see. I'm writing these down and like I can already tell when it comes time to actually doing a lot of these things, I'm not going to be happy about it. Like, deep clean carpets, really? Am I gonna have to? We have a dog, we have to do it. Fortunately, we only have carpet in the bedrooms. So most of the high traffic areas are like a hardwood laminate. So it's not too bad. But we do have a husky, and he sheds like it's always spring. So it's like a lot of these things too, we're just moving in, so it's like they're not really due yet, because they're already ostensibly like clean or organized or whatever as we're unpacking them. Hang on just a second. Just don't want to get dinged. Husband's watching Transformers in the other room, and I don't want the background music to give me a copyright infringement. Let's see. Beth's asking if the little kid scissors are a stylistic choice. Sure, we'll go with that. Or also the fact that, like, I don't know, why buy big kid scissors if you have little kid scissors? And Fiskars are a great brand, and they never go dull, and they're whatever. It's what I have. And if you are too good for rounded tipped Fiskars, Beth, I don't even know what to tell you. Thin out wardrobe. This is kind of an ongoing process, honestly, because as I am getting bigger every week, more things are not fitting. And then I have to make a decision, like, do I want to keep this after I'm pregnant? Okay, well then put it in the closet with all the other things that I don't fit. And if not, I can just donate it. I'm going to have to do some paint and touch-up work here in the office because my husband was very sweet and helpful to put up some shelves for me this weekend, but we don't have a stud finder, and so it was a bit of a trial and error process. Yeah, there's some things we need to spackle and some things we need to clean up. But everything is looking already so much tidier, just having somewhere to keep things. And in fact, you guys are sitting up on the shelf right now. Let's see. Wash trash cans. This is just going to be a whole process, guys. And I'm going to have to do this anyway, so I figured I would, yeah, might as well film myself because I have to do it anyway. But if you have things to do or places to be, I will also be doing a flip through of this once it's completely set up. All right. I think I will also do things the same where I don't have a semi-annually header here. But I am going to use the same washi tape because I think it looks really good like that. Little plants, the little terrariums, just they say domestic or something. I don't know. Or like more put together than I am, at least. It's like a style magazine kind of domesticity that I do not possess, but I can pretend. Okay. This for now. Oh, and then these guys. So this one's from Target. There's a whole video I did about how sticky it gets and how you can wash it off with alcohol to get that stickiness to go away. That's on my channel somewhere, which you can search for if you really need it. So I am probably going to go through and try to like wipe it down with a little rubbing alcohol, but not right now because that would require me to leave the room, and I don't want to do that. It's like occurring to me literally right now that I could have put these in order. But then these wouldn't be in order because I don't know what the order is yet, and it doesn't matter. All right. Couch cushions. Scrubbing the tub. That's a chore I hate. It never seems to get clean. If anyone has any tips for how to get a tub clean, I would welcome it. All right. And then here, I guess, many weekly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on top, I have just 5 monthly things. Right, a little bit of cursive header. Monthly and weekly. Oh yeah, by the way, these are the Stabilo Fineliners. 0.88, or what's it say? Yeah, it says 0.88. I don't know what that means. There we go. So this sticky washi tape where you have like the backing, it's annoying, huh? But I already had the stickers that match this washi tape, so I kind of liked that. So I decided to get it anyway. Yes, yes, yes. Come on. I have so little fingernail right now because they just keep chipping, and so I keep filing them shorter and shorter and shorter. And it is frustrating when you have to do things like this that require just a little bit of fingernail. All right, I'm gonna, I almost said give up. I'm not gonna give up, but I'm going to leave this for now. I'll finish filling this in later. Next up, recurring tasks. What does that mean? That means this one. This spread here is my recurring task list. it basically has things that you do multiple times, like yeah, every X. Let's see. This color scheme is kind of boring, so let's go for something a bit more exciting. Let's have a bra tracker on this side, which was in here, and no, not here. Sorry, this one. Looks like this. I just needed to make sure that there was room for multiple months. So let's count that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, there's 30. It's just not quite enough. All right. So if we've got 2 columns per month, then we've got January, start in February maybe, because I have 4 more days. Yes, I can make that work. So I'm kind of talking to myself here. All right, so the way that this works, and I want to pick a color scheme before I can start writing anything in, because I think I'm going to do some of these colored. Okay. That's fine for now. Okay. I'll have different bras in July anyway. Yeah, I gave up on tracking here. Basically, the way that this bra tracker works, which if you're new here, is that every time I wear a certain one, like I wear it up 6 times and then I wash it. So this just helps me keep track, and so that I'm not wearing the same one too many days in a row either. Yeah, it's kind of OCD, but I don't think I have OCD. I'm just, yeah, I guess over-organized. BuJos do that too. You start tracking things you don't need to track. Beth is asking about how you know how many times you have to do something per year. I just kind of looked up some checklists from people saying, you know, like for ideas of things that needed to be cleaned and how often. They didn't say twice a year. I think they said a few times a year. I don't know. I just kind of wanted things in just categories to make it a bit more. And I figured if I only did it once a year, it would get really grody. Twice a year is probably still stretching it, but I guess it depends on how much we're using it anyway. 6, 7, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you know what I just thought of? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I'm going to do it horizontally. That makes a lot more sense. So I need 24 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 left over. So we'll start here. And then we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Yeah. That will do. Okay. So there's not going to be a lot of room for color. Unless we just shift everything up 1 and just do it that way. Okay. That's what's going to happen, guys. Let's see. That's not right. I was looking for my light gray. This is dark gray. I think. My light gray pen. Here we go. There's the light gray pen. All right. This is useful. Okay, the problem when your straight edge is clear plastic is that it has gone missing. There it is. It was undersewn. All right. Okay. Here we go. And then so every other line gets a line. This is how we do it. I did have my short-term collections in the lined Moleskine previously. And at first I thought that would be fine. I thought I could learn to live with lined paper instead of grid paper, but I did not like it. I ended up doing collections that should have been on grid paper in the lined thing, and then I ended up like not doing collections at all that I should have because I didn't have the graph paper, just graph paper. And I found that I'm not as big of a fan of the dot grid as I used to be. And I kind of prefer having the lines between the dots. And these field notes are pretty nice because it's like a light brown. It's not dark and obtrusive. So you can kind of ignore it when you're not using it, and it's there when you need it. But yeah, when you get used to grids and then you have to go back to lines, it's just like walking around without the lights on. I don't know. 12. This colorful spread over here, I'm not continuing with. It was a great idea, but just something that was taking up too much time and energy, and you know, it got its usefulness, and now not so much anymore. 2, 4, 5, 6. All right, 12. Good. I still need to pick colors, but we're gonna do. I've already forgotten what I was supposed to be doing on this other page. Where's the sticky note when I this? Obviously, the one that's open. All right, so this colorful thing was like every time I did one of these habits, I would fill in a square on the grid, and the idea was once I filled up this whole square, I would get myself something fun. Yeah, it worked for a while. It was like really motivating for a while, and then it stopped being quite as motivating, and so I gave up on it, sort of. Let's see, maybe if we do like purples, like this with this, maybe. Might work, or possibly this one, but then what would go with it? I need to find a better way to store these so that they're always upright. Yeah, okay, let's go with those purples. So I'm gonna have this pretty, it's got stars and it's got hearts. And it's just nice. This one is also from Simply Gilded. All love Simply Gilded. All right, so I showed you in my last Thursday's video, was it, about how I cut my washi tape with a knife? Well, yes, I've gone and misplaced that knife. You know, there's a chance it's in my purse, but that's in the other room. So let's try this. Oh yeah, safety scissors. Who's the safety scissors now? Look at that. Okay. Then if we've got this color scheme, we'll go with like a, ooh, this is violet. So on the top row, we write 1 through 15. You know how to do that. You've all been to kindergarten. And then at the bottom row, we write 16 through 31. So the idea being that today is the 27th, like I said. And so N6, the 27th is the bottom of these two rows. That's right here. N6 means I wore my nude bra for the 6th time. Yesterday was N5. I don't like to wear it more than twice in a row, but I have to get these two off their schedule. And then B4 stands for black, number 4. So that's just some data so that I know tomorrow, like, I'll wear the black one and it will be the 5th time. And I will wash the nude bra. So there is our bra tracker. Oh, page numbers. 6 and 7. All right. This one, recurring tasks. I'm going to use this blue. Excuse me. And we'll do the same idea. Should I put some of this at the top? Maybe I will. No, it doesn't match that closely. I think it's okay, but it's yeah, okay. Right. I'm gonna move some of these columns over just one column. Okay. And then this here. So this being the idea, first let's put some washi here. Like I said, this skinny washi was a gift, but I believe it was from Michael. Mocha Mom Plan says, it amazes me what you keep up what you keep track of with field notes inserts. I'm assuming you mean because they're so small. Yeah, it kind of is an exercise. It's can be a challenge, but I really think that the portability of the field notes makes up for it for me. I had like an A5 size planner for, you know, my first BuJo was just like a Moleskine. And it was just, well, it was nice because, I mean, it was a Moleskine, so it wasn't very thick. But it was kind of big, and I felt like a lot of times my dailies were so small, and I got so tired of a page before it was filled up. That was part of the reason I wanted to kind of downsize. So then I went into a personal with a traveler's notebook, and that was great as far as size and like real estate. Eventually, I got kind of tired of the dimensions where it was like too skinny, where it just kind of bugged me slightly in a weird way. And so that's one of the reasons I moved down to field notes. Also, just like even the personal was just a little bit too, like as it got chunky, it got kind of heavy. And when I downsized to the field notes, it like lightened my planner by like 50%. I think I also took a couple inserts out because certain activities in my life were ending, like the Bible study insert I was able to take out. But yeah, it's it can be Well, like here, I was expecting to have to do these in columns, but then I realized you can just get creative, turn it sideways. And there we go. All right, so my recurring task lists. And yeah, I probably could put some of the house cleaning things on here too, to be honest. So I've got the what's it called? Dollar Shave Club subscription. So I want to make sure I'm actually getting the most out of it. So I want to change my razor every 2 weeks. But I don't remember the last time I did it. It was not December 9th. It was in January. It was, yeah, I don't even know. I'll just have to put it next time I do it. And I'm probably due. I'll probably do it in the next couple of days and I'll write it down. And the idea is that I'm supposed to write it on my calendar. Like write the next date I'm supposed to do it on my calendar when I update the last date here. And also I'm using my friction pen here. So this is all erasable. Specifically, the last time I did it is erasable and replaceable. So there are like way more room. There is way more room than lines of things. So I'm going to go ahead and just skip lines here. Change oil every 6 months. This is already on my calendar. It's on my February insert. February to-do list. So the last time I did it was, yeah, I'll just put August. The next is February. Change sheets. I'm supposed to do every month. We last did it on New Year's Eve. That was when we moved our bed to the new house. And yeah, we spent New Year's Eve, like they say what you do at the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve is what you'll be doing that whole year. I was sorting through junk mail, so it's going to be a good year. I can tell. All right, I go to confession roughly every 3 months, and the last time I did it was at this retreat at the beginning of December, the 3rd. So I will put it in my calendar for March. Though actually, it's not going to be March. It's going to be February. And I don't have to put it because we're going on another retreat. Let's see. Dust PC. Definitely want to do this, though I now have my PC up, like the tower up on my desk. Because I got a bigger desk. I have room for it. Let's see. Yes, Sylvia. Yeah, so you haven't seen it yet. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Yeah, it's I mean, it's still the same. Like Pocket and Field Notes are the same size. It's just what Shakespeare calls it. But this is a speckled font, and I got it off of Buy Sell Trade. It's a nude with an olive. I looked it up, and then I forgot what it's called. Olive tumbleweed is this pocket. So yeah, it's like we were saying, or no, I'm sorry, I was talking to I knew her, Art Journey UK. I knew her name because she approached me on Facebook, and I still have to reply to her. Anyway, we were talking about how the Pocket Plus is too big and the pocket size is too small. But this actually, if you look here, this is the Shakespeare Pocket that I was in, and it is about just a little bit less than an inch smaller. So this gives me just a little bit more spine room. So I'm going to include some more inserts in here and feel like I don't have to condense everything quite so much, which would be good. So yeah, this is what I'm moving into today. And so I'm basically moving from one Field Notes to another. But like this one has all the calendar and stuff. And it's just time. It's time for it's a new year. And it's time for a new insert. So the last time I dusted the PC was... I might have written it down in here somewhere because is why dailies are so awesome. You're like, when did I last do that thing? Let's see. Clean PC. Saturday the 6th. There we go. So I need to do it next in April. So I'm just going to write it here. Just PC. Cool. So that's how that's done. This is an MH thing. Supplies I need for my house and my pets. And you buy a 3-month supply at a time, so I have to set a reminder so that they don't have to send me a reminder. That is also something that I wrote, let's see, on a daily, was that this week? Yes, I did it on Monday. So I'll do it specifically. Do it specifically in April 22nd, 23rd. Cool. All right, so that's that. Next page. Loan payment and savings. Okay. Cool. I'm not going to put our mortgage on here. But I'm also not going to put like the loans that we've already paid down like I did last time. All right, I'm going to pull up our stuff on Mint real quick so that I know what we're dealing with. Scratch paper. So we've got, yeah, AS, US, Wells Fargo 1 and 2 and 5, and then the E fund is the savings goal. All right, so let's see. This 125 is less. This is like how much each one is. The 5 is the 35. I basically just, there's so few now, maybe I should make them a different shape and go every 2,500 instead of every 500. That would give me extra things to fill in, and I think that would be good. All right. This to be the DRB. Oh, right, the DRB is less. Okay, and then the Wells Fargo number 1. And then US is then. Okay. So basically, yes. I'm going to put the savings goal on this page and the debt payment on this page. And this isn't like, we're not doing anything aggressive. We are just keep track of where we are. And then if we do anything aggressive, like we were paying, like we paid down the car, we paid down all of these like pretty quickly. But then we bought a house, and so we've had to sort of slow this down. And the most important thing now is to get our emergency fund back up. And it needs to be higher now that we have a mortgage payment. So we'll figure out how to do the savings goal on this page. This page is going to be Okay, so the question is like how many squares? You see, like this one is twice as big, twice as wide. If I do basically every square here was like 250, but I was doing them 2 squares at a time for 500. If I want to be able to fill out in a square for every 250, then I will, I don't know, maybe I'll just do them in sort of squares, the same exact size, just kind of fill them in 1 square at a time. I'm going to pull out my phone and use the calculator app. Because, yeah, things. So, $2,500, which obviously divided by 250 is 10. So it would be like 10 by 10, right? Or like 5 by 2. Yeah. 24. It's like, do I have room? We have 24 tall. Yeah. The 32. 13. So I could just do that like along one edge. Those are just going to be weird shapes. I'm just going to make them weird shapes in all different colors. How's that? Maybe. So if I do like, ooh, okay, no, yes, okay, this is sacrilege, guys. I'm gonna rip out a page. I'm just gonna tear a page out of here and cut it up because I'm moving out of here and I can. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. So if we have 24 tall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right. Yes, I know you guys are just watching me count squares, but I gotta make sure this is right. So, double check. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And I'm already second guessing myself with this big long one. This could be like 4 by 6. Eh. All right, so 13. That's just gonna have to be a long skinny one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Move that over like 2 this way. This would be, honestly, move it down. I love my friction pens. All right. So that would be like the 5 along the top. And then if we put in like a 2 by 5 by 24, right? So that's, right, I did that correctly, right? now I get nervous. Nope. $12 by 20, say, right? So if I do it like that, move it over maybe, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not right. That's not right. That's definitely not right. What am I doing with my math wrong? 24. Oh, right, because it's only 24. It's not even 2 by 24. Ah! Okay. So if we do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 by 6 for the UAS, then AES would be 10. So yeah, 2 by 5. Or not quite. This could be cool, but I think I'm rushing it. Possibly. I wonder if really I do just have to worry about this off camera. Well, I don't have people waiting on me to figure it out. Because it could be very cool. Could also just be super basic. All right, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do all this. I'm going to do this one later. I'll come back to this. Okay. That's great. That's fine. Image checklist. All right. This is the part where I explain again what my Hogwarts is. It's a website that I am a part of that is super awesome if you're a fan of Harry Potter. I know that those of you who are not interested in joining probably get tired of me talking about it all the time, but it's kind of a big part of my life. So this is my like MH checklist, right? And then yeah, this is like things that I have to do every year. A year on MH is 3 months in real life. And so I think that I'm going to leave this job and that one. So that leaves me a little bit more room. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and just use page numbers 8, 9, 10, 11. But then I reserve the right to just erase a page number and count if I need to, because that really, I want to use that column. Let's see. 3, 4. Ah, dang it. Paying attention. Get 5 doesn't come after 4. Where is my whiteout? I don't even know where my whiteout is. It is. I comes after 4. At least this is actually white paper. And so the whiteout doesn't look weird like it does with the ivory. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I stands for interim week, and it comes between weeks 4 and 5. And then after week 8 comes exam week, and then S for summer. So it's a lot of columns, but then we just kind of squish everything else over here on the right. So I can put like a dividing line to the purple still. Purple is like the magical color. Unless I have something more magical in here, like maybe these stars. That's kind of magical, right? If I can find the end. There should be a magic spell for finding the end of washi tape. Here it is. Or any kind of tape. Packing tape. All right. Right. Lovely. Magical. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. This, I'm trying to remember. Is this one of the ones that, I think this is one of the ones from Michael's. Yes. There's a similar one from Night Owl Washi. But it has gold stars instead, and they're slightly bigger. You can see that. I don't know if you can see that with the light. You probably cannot. All right. And then a little bit of room for something else to layer. Gosh, I don't know. Like a teapot, just one teapot. Or we just don't. Oh, here we go. Or is it rose gold, or is it? It's not copper. I guess it's. You know what? It's metallic pink, guys. Silver rose gold is a thing. Here's the end. For some reason, this is actually like wearing off really bad. See that? I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't see that because it's not reflective. I'll tear that bit off because it's sad. All right, and I just want to sort of do a little bit of layering of washi because I think that looks cool. Like this. And then we tear it off here. There we go. Just a tiny little bit of a layer, right? And I can do the same on the bottom. Not that piece though. That piece is still also wearing off. Weird. Okay. So blue is for teaching astronomy. Green is for being head of Slytherin House. And purple is for WizU, which is the continuing education. And then we'll go ahead and switch to red for the podcast because, yeah, I need something bright and fun. All right. So I'm just going to copy all of this down, basically. This class list. That's something that we do. It's just making sure I know who's in my class. I can only sign up through interim week, so. Supplies. Got to make sure that they have their textbook. We check in the summer, check in week 1, and then I send them PMs in interim week so that they can buy what they need. Post lesson. That happens 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8 exam. Then homework happens like the week after that. So 2, 3, 4, interim, 6, 7, 8, and summer because there's no homework in Week 8. Right. I'm gonna forget to do this. Like just kind of, I go over and make sure that there's nothing that needs to be changed. And then the gallery is where homework is turned in. So I gotta make sure that the threads are opened and closed at the right times. And then that's everything for astronomy. I think I'm not paying attention. Maybe I should be, but I think I might have room between jobs for, let's see, I do 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a gap. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a gap. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's room for a gap between jobs. So why not? Their dorms. Welcome PMs for new people getting sorted. Let's go through the first half of the year. Setting to make sure to be visible. Bit. This is just put that here too. So when I change it and when I send it, oh, which, right, the supervisorials, I don't have to write that. Okay, that's fine. That kind of takes over both. Talking to myself again, sorry. I check in with the older students to make sure that they are on task because they don't always have weekly homework, so it's harder to tell if they're falling behind. So we check in with them in the middle of the year. Post to let people know it's time to sign up for classes. There's a summer class that we do, and so we need to send out the password. We need to make sure to post the thread where people get their grades every year. These are things that I actually would forget to do if I didn't have this here. Summer certs means people who take the summer class get a certificate for it, and I have to send those to them. It's kind of bleeding, but it's not too bad. All right, then book gets done in week. Have it here. Yeah, it should be week 8. 8, and then I talk to the person teaching next summer's class in interim week, and then I announce it. I should announce it in week 8 as well. Summer Lecture Series is what that stands for. All right, and then this is for the podcast, which we are coming up on the things we need to do for that. That's what I'm going to be doing this week. So I have to plan it, start discussing it in interim week. In exam week, then publish in the summer, and then also then send out PMs to people who are subscribed. All right. Very good. And I think thanks, Simplicity. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, it's pretty versatile. It's great for these like dividers and things. Well, I'll show you on the next page how I used it last year. What did I say last year? Yeah, it was last year. But I think I might do less washi this time. All right. This is probably going to be sort of a, I don't know what I'm going to put there yet, but I don't need to put anything there yet. This is all the stuff for With You, and I just have to keep track of who teaches what class and stuff like that. So I think I'll probably transfer most of this actual data separately. But I can, oh, how about this one? Is that right? Do I want to use some washi? So the way this is all has like skinny washi dividing everything. I think I might just, I'm going to put lavender ink to divide everything. And then the washi will just go along the top and maybe the bottom. So we've got, I'll scoot that over here. Bubble and subject. Right. On this side, we've got this check mark means all set to go. This is the last time I talked to them, and then notes. So, is this long enough? It's not. Oh, I have a longer ruler in this drawer. Just looking at how messy everything is, scattered and stuff. This has been a long time coming, this setup. And usually this is something that I do over like multiple weeks, you know. But I'm trying to get as much of it done during this live stream as I can. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think the layered washi is a pretty cool look, especially with the ripped edges. It's just kind of a quick and easy way to fill up some space on your page with a little bit of decoration, you know. Okay. Every time, at least for like writing words, every time I use like a fine liner or any kind of like ink, man, I've gotten too used to my erasable pens. All right, so we're gonna put this washi tape along. Here's the end. Still gonna go ahead with the torn ends instead of the trimming, wherever I feel like it. So it's a new year and it's time for a new aesthetic, I guess. Oh, of course. Of course. There we go. That looks good. So this kind of looks like plaid, but I think it's just stripes. And I'm trying to get it to kind of line up with both sides, even though they're a little bit uneven. There we go. Let's get that in the middle. Probably don't need to cut it in the middle, but I do. Anyway. Okay. There we go. And then the headers say Page numbers. I keep forgetting my page numbers. 12 and 13. Yeah, it says subject, level, professor. This is if they've taught the summer lecture and when. So I can keep track of who to ask next. Last is the last time we spoke about their course, like as we're getting it set up. And then notes, like they still need to post a thread for submissions or whatever. All right, so we're going to call that good. And that's it. That's all I have that I want to get set up in here. I will come back to some of the things in here, but let's go ahead and put that, sort of set it aside. And here we've got our calendar and our long-term collections. And then the next two things I want in here are the, oh, it's upside down. When did I run out of those sticky notes? Did they fall out? Huh. Okay. I'm going to take this decorative paper out. Because, yeah, it's very Christmassy. Come on. And we're going to do dashboards later. Excuse me. The next insert is going to be this guy, my planning insert. And then I'm going to have the short-term collections insert next. So that's, most of those things are coming from in here. Some might be coming from here. All right. And that's going to be in this one. This is, I think, the Shenandoah collection or something. Each one is a different shade of green on the outside with a different shade of like fall leaf on the inside. So this is chestnut oak. I just thought that was pretty cool. And also like this green goes really nicely with the olive drab pocket, though it makes it look brown, but I like green, okay. This is a sticky note for a collection that like I don't really have. All right, so the way that my short-term collections have been going, like I've got sort of a little bit of, at this point I can't really be said to be following the GTD method at all, but this is a GTD inspired thing where instead of having a like an index, I just call it a project list. And so I'll have some things on here like listed out that never got collections made. So when I'm looking for like what project should I work on this month, I have like ideas. So that's what this is. So this is going to be the projects page and then video ideas and then craft projects and MH to-dos. So these are all basically indexes, but also sort of like to-do lists. And then they will become, like they'll reference the actual page that the project is on. So we'll see if I'm still using that. But basically the big pitfall of this insert when I created it was that I thought, oh great, the first half up to here will be project pages. And then the second half will be short-term collections. But I was realizing that there's not that big of a difference between them. And then I ran out of space on my projects list because I made some of them, like my YouTube ideas one kind of filled up. My MH projects one's filled up really quickly. So I'm giving each of these sections a whole page. And then, yeah, just going to use the whole insert. Also, the Moleskine has more pages in it than the field notes does anyway. So hopefully like filling stuff up faster is good. Some people probably would rather have something with more pages. I feel like I start to get overwhelmed if I have a lot of pages that I'm not using anymore. So I think I just kind of want maybe a different, all similar sized washi, but different colors for this. So if I do like this kind of thing. We have these here. Projects, videos, crafts, and MH. So like the MH would be purple because that's like the color that wizards wear, right? Where did that one go? Purple. And then like, is that the same? Like YouTube is red. And projects can be this multicolored stripe. And then, oh no, video ideas will be this red. So these two look okay together. And then craft projects will be something else, sort of artsy. Maybe this one. Would these look okay together? Yeah. I don't know if that's artsy or not. It'll do. So I'm just going to sort of do, again, the torn washi aesthetic. Is that torn? If I can't tell if it's torn, it's probably not torn enough. Do that along the edge. Ooh. That's not pretty. Okay. Line it up. Line it up. Like that. Okay. Here. All right. So that's like projects. And then YouTube. This is just video ideas. Because there's a separate place somewhere. Somewhere I have a sticky in here for my actual YouTube schedule of like what videos to make on what day. But this is just like, hey, that would make a good video idea, and then I have somewhere to put it. And then once I start working on it, if I need like a page to take notes on, that will get indexed on this page. If I don't, I'll just cross it off. And then craft projects. Definitely has to go in a downward direction, these arrows. This washi tape is also from Michaels. This is one that my mom got this set from Michaels. She posted, or she's just like texted me a picture of her like weekly layout or something. And I was like, ooh, where'd you get that washi? She's like, Michaels. And I was like, I'm going to go get it. And then like the next day I went to the store and bought it. Just because I kind of like that, like the down arrow thing. I thought it kind of looked, I don't know. And then this purple, so much of it has been used because I didn't really care for it quite as much. It came in the same set. But then I used a bunch of it as like a stencil on a page to sort of, there was a time, a month or so in, when was that? August, maybe? I think that was in August, where I was doing a sort of blocky, dark colors. And there are videos of my August flip through on my channel. If you want to go look for that. You'll see what I did, how it looked. And my August setup does show like the technique I used, and it was just way too much work. But you know, this was before I was pregnant. I had all of the energy in the world. All right, there we go. So I'm just going to use this micron. And so these MH to-dos are not like the recurring ones where I do them every year. These are like one-off things that I probably would forget to do otherwise. MH to-dos. Do you guys put an apostrophe before the S in do's? To-dos? I'm thinking I should. Because otherwise it's too DOS and only 90s kids. Am I right? I don't know if it's worth it trying to align it on the right. I'm going in. Craft projects. There we go. I did it. And then video ideas. And then just projects. The word projects started here-ish. All right. There we go. So that's what I've got here. That works, right? Because they're all like identifiably index pages because they have the same idea, like layout. But then they have different colored washi tape to denote that they're for different things. Cool. All right. These are also GTD inspired. These two pages, the Someday Maybe and the Waiting On. Someday Maybe list, like I really should use even more, but it's like kind of a lifesaver. Basically, the Someday Maybe list is where you put stuff that like you don't want to forget that like someday you'd love to do that thing. But it doesn't have to go on like a do it this month list. It's just something that you want to do. Doesn't matter when. Let's see how I want to do this. So these kind of match, but kind of don't. I'm thinking I might put this one maybe at the top here and this one down here. So they kind of match. Then maybe once that's up, I'll decide to layer it with something else. Oh, yeah. All right. There we go. It's kind of, there we go. That's the other thing about this washi. It's kind of cool. Okay, I'm going to move it down and I'll put the title above. It's pretty easy to make it look pretty intentional when you do stuff like this, you know. I don't think I can explain exactly what quality I'm talking about here, but like the big shapes on it, but not in the way that like, not the same as like these big shapes or these big shapes where you have to tear between them and it's tricky. It's just like everything flows together, but you can kind of start it and like feature these flowers is what I'm trying to say. On the other hand, these ones are very small, and so they don't really have that same thing going on. But they're basically smaller versions of the same flowers. So I'm going to put them here, closer to the bottom. There we go. Both of these are from Michaels. I get a lot of washi at Michaels. It's impulse purchases. They know how I work there. Thank you guys for joining me, by the way, keeping me company while I do this. I hope your weekends are going well, that you have achieved all of your goals. I know I had a lot of goals today, and I've done pretty well. All right, here's my thought process. This one kind of matches this washi, and this one kind of matches this washi, so I'm going to do it backwards. And I'm going to put the red over here where it says Someday Maybe in caps. Page numbers. Page numbers. Keep forgetting my page numbers. All right. So if this is 2, 3, 4, 5, this would be page 6. 6 and 7. All right. This will say Someday Maybe. It's already not caps. Sort of. That O is too round. I'm going to do it and just print. Okay. Someday / maybe. It's so beautifully non-committal. I love that there is a place for this, and I really, really should use it even more. It's currently in my long-term collections, my someday maybe list. It looks like this, and it includes things like, and notice there's no to-do bullets on here at all. It includes things like Duolingo. I should start learning German or maybe Japanese again. See, this is a thing, like learn to code. I don't even know what I mean by that, but I think it would be cool. Learn to make fonts. I think that would also be cool because sometimes I don't mind my handwriting, and I think it would be neat to turn it into fonts. Audio jack. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm giving up on the idea of trying to fix the audio jack on my tower. Instead, I'm going to try to just get a new tower. So is that... That's not here. That goes on my wish list, which I think is somewhere here. Yeah. I'm just going to add a PC tower to my wish list instead. All right. Yeah. It says PC filters, like figuring out how to add extra filters to the intake and exhaust. It was just too much work to figure out which way the fans were going. Exercise. Wow, what a good idea. I should someday maybe start exercising. But they say you shouldn't start exercising when you're pregnant. You should only do the exercises you're previously doing, which for me was absolutely nothing. So the doctor says I shouldn't exercise, guys. I'm terrible. Phone firmware. I want to update my phone's firmware. And since my current, like my phone is out of support, so I have to seek it out. And I already use a custom OS anyway. So, and then this, no, that shouldn't be, it should be. That shouldn't be on my MH to-do list. It's on the someday maybe list. So just an idea I thought would be cool was for the admin to have a live duel, but it would require like doing stuff to put that on. All right, and then over here, this is the waiting on list. Currently nothing is on it, I don't think, but the idea here is that you put something here if the next step is in a project is something that someone else is doing. And so it's no longer on your plate. You don't have to worry about it right now. It's not your job, but you put it here so that you don't forget about it. You can put a note like of when you should follow up. But anyway, that's what that looks like. Neat. And now I don't know if I categorize this as a project, maybe. I don't know. Or if maybe they're here and they're right after, they're near the beginning, so they shouldn't be hard to find. I don't know. Alternatively, I could actually put the very first page as just an index for other kinds of pages. But all right, YouTube schedule. What this looks like is just a list of dates. And then like I write down what I'm doing for my video that day. What I have here, things falling out of place. My planner, I currently have my YouTube schedule in my planning insert just for the next bit. So I think starting February, maybe I'll, no, it's already February. Yeah, starting February, I'll move it in here. Previously, it had like 3 lines for every week, but then my ISB videos are the same every week, so I don't really have to schedule those out. All right. We're going to put, yeah, Tuesday, Sunday, all the way down. Not Tuesday. Thursday. Thursday, Sunday, like this. All right. And then, yeah, same on this side. Okay, this is technically Christmassy washi, but I don't care. Because the other alternative is this one, which is more ginghamy, but it is too wide, I think, just by a little bit. This along the bottom. Again, red is for YouTube, and we all know why. So the association of the color means that I probably don't even have to put a title on this page, you know? Okay. And do the same thing up top. Next page. Because, yeah, if things are the same on both sides of the page. Oh, that's not right. Upside down. Things are the same on both sides of the page, then where's the fun in that? Go. Here we go. More of this Tuesday, Sunday business. Thursday, Sunday. Okay. Here we go. All right. So, just shifting my weight here. Where is that butterfly washi? Huh. I may have misplaced it. Man, I have a history of misplacing that washi tape. I got a second roll from my mom, and then it was like it disappeared for months, and then I found it again. So it'll turn up. All right. Did I say I was going to start with the beginning of February? Kind of don't want to. We'll start at the middle of February. So I'll at least get 2 weeks more out of this insert before I move into something else. Let's see. So yeah, these dates I already know. 2/15, 2/18, and then 2/22, and 2/25. And then basically, yeah, I just sort of write it out in friction, and then I can change it if I need to. So I will go through later and add all these dates, but that just doesn't sound like fun right now. I didn't put page number here. 8 and 9. There we go. What's next? Garden. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. Do I sound enthused? Yeah. In theory, we would like to have a garden in our backyard. But yeah, I don't know how to do that. But basically, the idea is I was going to do some research. This one. I was going to do some research on like, yeah, when we're supposed to plant it, when we're supposed to harvest it, notes on like what kind of soil it needs and what kind of fertilizer it needs, that kind of thing. Yeah. So basically what we have right now is like a list of things that we would be interested in growing. So let's make a table. It's just going to be sort of a table. This is how I do in the collections. It's just grids and tables. So I think I should just do along the top. I don't think I have a green skinny washi that really matches this. There's this. Just do that little. No. Question is which of these as well, and then this one kind of matches. Okay, we can do that. Okay, it just ran away, so we'll take that as a sign. We're going to go with this one along the bottom and this one at the top. Okay. Okay, that one ran away too. Maybe it's a sign that our garden will not go well. Who knows? I kind of have a brown thumb, but we're going to give it a shot. We have a new house, we have a backyard, and we are going to try to grow some vegetables this summer. Fortunately, you know, moving in so early in the year, like we have a little bit of leeway to like unpack and move in properly before we have to start worrying about like planting dates. But then again, we live in Southern California where it's always spring. And yeah, basically a lot of the planting guidelines are like, wait until the last frost. And you're like, what does that mean? So I think I just need to like maybe go to the library and get a book about gardening in Southern California. Figure out how to do this. But yes, we are big fans of like Brussels sprouts and sweet corn. Gotta get some tomatoes, obviously, because it wouldn't be summer if you didn't have fresh garden tomatoes. Right. Just go on the bottom. Just to be green and beautiful, and because we probably, I don't know, there's either, I guess that's really the chance with anything. Either we're going to run out of room or we will have way more room than we need. Those are pretty much the options. It's never perfectly on target. Just going to slice these tapes. Go. Oh, okay. I was going to put lines between the different rows, but they're not going to be under the tape. They're going to be next to the tape. All right. So we need to know roughly when to plant and when to harvest. So I'm just going to give myself like 4 enough for like a month name, probably. Harvest and plant. And then I don't know if I put anything there really at all. Like, what do I put? Crop. That sounds so farmery. I'm not a farmer. I'm just a homeowner with a little plot of land. Okay. And then this is just notes on the side. And I'll leave the whole page just for notes, because that's any kind of note. And I feel like I'm going to need as much help as I can get. So with that overwhelming confidence, let's actually list out the things that we're interested in growing. We've got tomatoes, of course, Brussels sprouts, because they are amazing. Sorry, we sometimes call them prouts without the S just because we're silly. All right. Sprouts. Corn. Basil for making fresh pesto, guys. Yeah, someday I think Gina wants to have a macadamia tree. I don't know if that's going to happen this year. And I don't know if I'm spelling this right. I don't remember if I looked it up at the time, but that's what the friction's for. We may actually get an avocado, though, because the city will actually give us free shade trees and one free fruit tree just for, you know, living here. It's like it's from the utility company, and the idea is that they have you plant the tree somewhere where it will be an energy saving thing, so you don't have to cool your house as much, which is good as well because our back two bedrooms are south facing and they are much warmer than the rest of the house. All right, so that's that for now. I think this is a project. I guess this goes on my projects list. And then, yeah, this is wish list and gift ideas. I'm not going to write any gift ideas right now. That's the sound my phone makes. All right. I'm going to be heading off to the in-laws for dinner in just a little bit, but I'm going to wrap up some stuff here first. All right, so wish list. I think I'm going to use this washi tape because I picked it up on a sort of a whim one day at Michael's. I thought it was pretty. Picked it up, and I don't get a chance to use it very often. So put that along the bottom. Like that. Okay. And same on the other side, or I kind of feel like these two match well. So maybe I will put this on the top of the other page. This Doppler washi. I don't know. Go. There we go. And then some of this pencil away. Just everywhere. Oh. The one I was looking for was over here. Because this matches nicely, so we're going to put the page numbers 12 and 13. I'm going to put wish list one word or two. I'm going to make it 2 words because it's still, they're still separate words. I don't know. And then gift ideas. Whenever I think of a gift idea for somebody, I write it on here. And then when I need to get someone a gift, I will remember it. So I'm going to put PC tower here so I can get rid of the not tower, like case, you know, like the case that the PC tower's in. All right, and I can't flip to my gift ideas spread without giving something away. So it's going to leave these to be filled out later. And that's all I have in here. Look at that. All right. So let's see. I don't remember where my list of inserts went, but I'm pretty sure this is the last one. Oh, more or less. Actually, there's one more, and that's just a blank one. Okay. This, and then I'm just going to put one more insert in here for the Bible study. But now I'm not sure if I pulled that out or not. Just, you know, rummaging around here. had to put it somewhere. This is what's happening when you are unpacking things. You forget where to put them. Oh, well, that's, I guess, for later. We're starting up our Bible study again, so I have to have an insert for that. So this, roughly, I'll stick, it's going to be, I think, the last Moleskine I have, which I had sitting around here, a Moleskine. I didn't, like, use that one, did I? Oh, yeah, this one. That's a Moleskine. So that'll be that wide, and everything will fit in there like this. Like that. So I still even have some room for my pen. I don't have a pen loop. I may get something to use as a pen loop, or just keep it tucked in. Like, yeah, I'll figure it out. But yeah, look at that. We have plenty of room. All right, so let's see. As far as piggybacking things, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inserts, and I don't actually have. I realized this. I don't actually have enough rubber bands for this, so I'm going to have to do that later. And things take a lot longer than you expected, and I thought I would have a little bit more time, but I'm starting to get pretty hungry, and dinner at the in-laws is going to be pretty soon, so I'm going to wrap this up a little bit. Found stickies that I lost. There we go. Okay, let's do a couple dashboards before we go. So these two baby planning ones go together inside this cover, which is of this size. I'll do that last, actually, because that's I use scraps for that. We're going to do something, a cover for this one, because it's all blank inside. These are some scrapbook papers that I've got from Michael's that have been sitting around waiting for me to be ready for this day. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. I could also put off putting the paper in the dashboard covers for the pregnancy planning insert, because we're hopefully going to find out the gender on Friday, and then maybe I'll just do it themed around that. But so I've got this sort of marbly theme going. Got this one's a cardstock, and this one is an acetate, and then the rest are just scrapbook paper. So this is 12 inches, and it needs to be 5.5 tall, so I can get 2 dashboards out of each of these if I need to. So let's see, it would look good this way or this way. Trying to think what would look good, whether it should be better to have it wrap around like this, so that you cover it like this, or wrap around like this, so that you're, yeah, okay, I like the first one better. I like the first one better. All right, slicey, slicey, slice. We're going to slice a 5.5 inch tall strip, 5.5 inches, because that is how tall the inserts are. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same again because I like this one. 5.5 inches. Prove that I can do 2 of these. Okay. then I really like this edge, so I want that to be the front. So I have to sort of cut it at, oops, 2.5 here. What? No, 3.5. 3.5 inches wide, so roughly there. This is an actual ruler, so you can see what I'm doing. So 3.5 inches is here, yeah, roughly there. Can be a little bit longer, and I can trim just a tad, but I don't want to trim too much. I like the edge. All right, that'll do. Fold this in half. All right, then we stick it back in like this. Find the 3.5 inch mark, which is tricky to find because that's 3, so that's 3.5. All right, and then I kind of go over by just a tad so that it'll go around, but I don't really measure it like specifically. There we go. And then around your corners. Okay, and then that will go around. Maybe not this one, actually. Maybe that'll go around the next one. So I think I want something a bit more substantial around here. Unless this would look good on that one. No, I really want it to show. Okay, I'm going to do this one for the front, the calendar insert. And then again, the question, is it better to have it this way or, oh, definitely this one. All right. So we cut 5.5 inches. And again. This is all pretty much the same all around, so I'm just going to fold it in half. Not waste time trying to measure anything as I go here. Just has to line up on the top and bottom, not even on the edge, because we're cutting it again at 3.5 inches plus a little bit. Just a really little bit. Go around the corners. Even though the corners on my calendar insert are not rounded yet, I will do that off camera along with a lot of other boring things. But that will go around my calendar insert like that. All right. It's nice and gold and pretty. All right. And flip. And then we're doing this one last. This one is the planning insert. Should we go ahead and use this one, I guess? This is the next one up. Planning insert. This one's all pretty much the same each direction. That's kind of cool to have it change and shift, maybe. Yeah. Or alternatively, it kind of does the same thing this way. And I don't even know. All right, let's just do it this way. I'm gonna have to pull this edge off. It's removable, but it's got the perforated edge and a little stripe of white, so it's not like you can just straight use it. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna cut it this direction. 5.5 inches. Like this. And like this. There we go. All right, so I'll do this one. I kind of fold it in the middle. This looks like the middle looks fine. As far as pattern goes to the front. Let's put that on the back. That's cool on the back. All right. It's kind of cool. 3.5 inches plus a smidge. I'm partially just talking to myself so that I don't forget what I'm doing. And this is just pretty much how I go about my dashboards and planner or insert covers and things. I know a lot of people seem to put a lot more thought and sort of like sentimentality into it, and they have like pictures of their families, or they have like little die cuts and things that they save or whatever. I don't know where they've gotten all those things, because obviously places that I don't have them from. So yeah, all I have is like I went to the store and I picked up a few papers that I thought looked good together, and I went with it. All right, I'm going to use this guy on this one. Do I like that edge, or do I prefer like in the middle? No. This edge? Yes, let's go for this edge. All right. Roughly there. Go. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing things because I'm ready to be done. It's 6:30 here. It's like dinner time, and yeah, we're having jambalaya, but I have to finish up in here first. There we go. I think that's the front, and then this is the back, because why not? And then I think I am possibly going to put a bit of acetate on that. So that has to be sliced this way. This definitely has an up and a down. 5.5 inches tall. Did I say I got all of these from Michael's? Yeah. You know what? Like, I can definitely feel this. I wonder if it would just make more sense to put it inside out. I think it would, because then it would only be rubbing against its one insert, and if it comes off, it just comes off on that one insert. Something like that. Those are my thoughts. I've had issues with the acetate rubbing off on like the leather before. So I'm gonna, it's clear, so I'm just gonna hold it inside out instead. So that's fine. Yes, the bright blue does look like space. That's what drew my attention to it at first. I was like, ooh, it's all pretty and like spacey. And then I realized it was actually also like a marble pattern, kind of like this one and this one. So yeah, it's pretty pretty. Right. So yeah, the acetate is just a little bit slipperier, but it's not too difficult to cut or anything. You can still use your paper cutter. And none of this is a precise science. I mean, maybe it should be, but not the way I do it. That's one thing. It's a little tricky sometimes to do 2 layers at once with the corner rounder. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Freehand. Because no one's looking at that edge anyway. And then hopefully I can do the one corner by itself. Sort of. No? Okay, well, at least I have now a guide to follow. All right, that'll do. All right, so yeah, acetate and corner rounders are not always compatible. Ooh, cards for Michaels. Were those cards like in the greeting card section, like the make your own greeting card section, or I don't know? Or were they in this like dollar things that like, I don't even know how that works. But that could be cool too. You can always take 2 pieces of something and then tape them together as well. Which I was thinking of doing. Honestly, I have this print that I got from Comic-Con. It's 2-sided, so it would make a nice dashboard and it would match these, especially like this one. But I want to sit down and do that really good justice. So I'm not going to do that right now. So there we go. A little bit of a layering thing there. And then I think, well, this is even the wrong one, but I'm thinking I might do like a sort of artsy thing where I actually draw on the cover. Because this is going to be the Bible study insert. When I say this, it's going to be the same Moleskine, but it's a blank one that I lost temporarily. Let's see. Some of these tabs I still need. I think I finally have some tabs that I kind of like, and I'm definitely going to keep using them. This calendar one. In the calendar insert. Oh yeah, this one was for my habit tracker, but now it'll be for my house cleaning checklist. So look at that. So like the calendar tab goes on this month. And then next insert is next. Yeah, and the house cleaning. Then recurring things, frost stuff, savings tracker, MH stuff gets this little Hogwarts crest. All of these images on these tabs, which I made myself, box set with gold foiling. All right, I will keep an eye out for that. These all came from the nounproject.com, which is just a website that has icons. So if you ever have a need for icons, that is where you can find them, and they're all monochrome like that. Right, this is my planning insert. So it already has my today tab in it. And then I'm going to leave the YouTube one where it is, but it will go on my YouTube schedule page in my short-term collections insert when we get there. I've got, let's see, yeah, projects list. This is, this tab is supposed to indicate a project. So, and then there's something we're waiting on, maybe. This is where the YouTube tab will go. Gift ideas. Yeah, I'll keep this somewhere. I don't know. I'm going to put it with my sticky notes for now. And then the notes tab will go on the last blank page. Because if I need to do a brain dump, that's where it'll go. Yeah, this might just be a dedicated brain dump page. And then I'll leave it there, even if I put projects after it. Because, yeah, when you need to write something down, you need to know where you have a blank or like a dedicated space for it. Gotta be able to find that. All right. I'm gonna move these over just a smidge. Like that. And this one goes over to its right. That sort of, I'm down a bit. And then that's what that looks like. So I'm going to have to put these together once I actually have rubber bands for them. Unfortunately, that was one thing that I was not planned for. But yeah, because I have, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and then the Bible study starts on Wednesday, so I'll need to put the 7th one in there. So I'll find a creative way to include those. And then once everything else is set up, all of the stuff that I didn't fill out today, you know, the boring things and how I figure out how to do my debt payment tracker, it has the potential to be cool, but we'll see. That will all go into a like a setup video. I'm gonna do a. What am I doing? I'm gonna do a video. Yeah, like a setup video for, I guess, for February. At the beginning of February or the end of, yeah, it's already the beginning of February practically. But this is what I will be in. And yeah, thank all of you who tuned in for any part of this. If you were around but you're not hearing me say this, then I hope that somewhere out there you feel warm and fuzzy. Because I did appreciate your company. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you want to catch more of my videos, if you like my style. I post 3 times a week, so tune in for all of that, and I will see you guys in the next one.